On March 12th, my class and I embarked on a trip to the BC TEC Summit in Vancouver. This trip was very enlightening and helped me and others have a better understanding of local colleges. The driving question for this unit was, what are the local and global trends influencing the tech industry in BC? While walking around the Tech Summit, I was able to talk to some of the tech companies and the influencers. After talking to multiple different businesses, I realized that each technology innovation stemmed from a bigger cause or issue. Even though these trends fell under the same umbrella issue, they could all be used in different solutions. You could say that some of the main trends were global warming and technical accessibility, but you would be excluding the small innovations that have a big impact on today's workforce and economics. When I was at the Tech Summit, I was lucky enough to interview a Douglas College professor. She was kind enough to give us some insight onto our driving question and how it affected her innovation.
Sort of mannequins, human patient simulators is what they're called, and we can have students work on their assessments, build up their competency so that when they're going out into practice, they're safer, and so that affects patient outcomes. So that is one of the technology has allowed us to practice on almost realistically human mannequins to help improve that. So that's one innovation that's a trend. Patient safety, medication safety, that's another. So we are starting to use automated medication systems. I don't have one here to show you, but so when the nurse is administering medications, there's a whole bunch of checks and balances that are in place, and the technology add-on to that makes it even safer. So we can still make mistakes, but it's added another element of safety. So medication systems, patient outcomes, so practicing more on mannequins and then transferring that knowledge to practice. And the newest thing for us is the electronic health record is something that they're rolling out here in BC across the different health authorities. And what that would allow is if you went into Lionsgate Hospital, they would open up a chart for you. And then you had to go over to Vancouver General Hospital for a surgical procedure. The surgeons and the nurses and the other healthcare providers can open up that same chart so that the transfer of information is better. So that's probably one of the biggest things for us right now in education is preparing our students to use the electronic health record. So that's how technology changes things, and that is also another way to ensure patient safety outcomes.
Thank you so much. That's perfect.
Yeah. And you want to do it too? And they go in that way. And I'll just make sure that this is working properly.
So I'm at the Science World exhibit here, and we are working with a fruit piano somewhat. So if I touch any of these different fruits and vegetables, you will get a...
That one's not working.
Yeah, so it's one of the many innovations here. So thank you. Throughout the day, we learned many different things about the different innovations, technologies, and companies there to support us as we grow older. This experience has definitely had an impact on my life and has taught me more about the local and global trends influencing the tech industry in BC.